How's it going, guys? It's me, Domo, back again on the Don't Talk Anime channel here today with our continuation Let's Play of Konozora ni Tsubasa wo Hirogete, or If My Heart Had Wings. Now, I believe this is part 27. Last part, we had a lot of conflictions with the game because of anime choices and cliches and stuff. But, show must go on, so let us load the game. Where did we leave off? Yeah, I love the game, Hotaru-chan. Let's do this. And I'm gonna take a sip of my lemonade because this is gonna be a long recording. Alright. I realized that everyone was covered in dirt, and it seemed that today's bath would feel especially good. Alright. We did the work, building the runway. And in that manner, the preparations for the test flight gradually proceeded. Oh, are you serious? We are doing everything for the first time, taking up even the tedious jobs with a feeling of freshness. This might actually... Oh. Never mind. Then one day in August, at long last... Oh, we did it? We finished it? The main wings are finally completed! Everyone looked at the giant white painted wings with an indescribable feeling. So many things have happened for us to get this far. I'm getting like a little goosebumps right now. Katori looks tearful due to all the emotional feelings. What are you getting all tearful for? One second. I think I'm supposed to adjust the sound. You make sure you should be able to hear the thing, the background music. Not to an extent, though. Yes, Katori. I know how she feels, however, it's still too early, right? Katori wipes her eyes with her arm, renewing her motivation. Yes, he did it! It's coming! Molly looks uncharacteristically serious as she checks over the two completed main wings. Distortions inhibit the normal flow of air, reducing lift. Also, unevenness and scratches on the surface, even those so fine that they cannot be seen by the naked eye, will cause friction and create drag. Oh, that's terrible. Hell yeah, they are. With my seal of approval, Aga and Katori high-five each other and punch the air. At some point, those two formed a great partnership. Are these two? Finally, we can do the test flight tomorrow. Hallelujah, let's do this. Took 27 episodes. Oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot. Okay. Stop! Damn, I think it's loud. Early morning. It's finally time for the test flight. Oh shoot, I'm excited, guys. In order to do that, we have to take the glider to the runway. We put the glider on a special trailer for it to be towed by a truck. Acha! Anshan, who brought the small truck inside the school from the factory, speaks quietly to himself when he sees the wings that had been loaded onto the trailer. By the way, we received permission for Anshan to bring his truck into the school grounds. That was the first time I had seen the advisor, Yanamori Sensei. I totally butchered his name, but as I imagined, he was an honest and good person, but seemed a little timid. Agha lifts her head to let us know that the trailer has been connected to the truck. The glider had been separated into several parts and loaded into the trailer. If they aren't firmly secured, or if there is any friction during transportation, it is possible that they might be damaged. Oh man, that sucks. Agha, could you grab a towel? I put the towel into the gap to act as cushioning. That should do it. Agaha and I lift up Katori and put her down on the passenger seat. Katori grumbles a little. I can't say I don't know how she feels. Lol. Aga and I take her wheelchair and then get it into the cargo bed at the back of the truck. He starts the engine and the truck tows the trailer along. I totally forgot I was supposed to read that part. As we arrive at the runway, Amane, who reached here first, waves her hand to greet us. Yay, let's do this. Oh wow, it looks much cleaner. Anshan parks the truck next to the runway and we jump out of the cargo bed. Let's look at this. Look at this. It used to be freaking messy as hell. And now we have like a tree here, we got a tree there, we got that thing over there, we got our flag up there. It's perfect. Oh, whoops. I skipped her dialogue. This is hard to use with the freaking type pen. That's fun. I've always wanted to ride in the cargo bed of a truck. What kind of truck are you talking about? We help Katori, who seems quite dejected, out of the passenger seat and onto the wheelchair. While we do that, Anchan disconnects the trailer from the truck.
Yo, Amane.
Anchan, are you leaving? I was listening from a distance away, but couldn't resist butting in. Oh no. Ooh, yes. Do it properly. Bye, Anchan. Anchan gives a great big smile and then returns to the truck to leave. As soon as Anchan left, we immediately began the assembly. The aircraft is still in pieces from the trailer. First, we had to put the fuselage on the ground, then we take out the two main wings. Katori, keep an eye out and make sure it doesn't hit anything.
Okay.
Aga, Amane, and I lift up one of the main wings and attach it to the fuselage. Wow, it's gonna fly off the ground from the thing. If a strong wind were to blow straight into this, the lift generated would send the wing along with us flying. Oh shoot! What was that? After attaching the main wings, next is the horizontal tailplane. We carefully assemble it, making sure not to bump it against anything and getting it scratched. Oh, I was right.
Oh.
Ah. Ooh. Standing in front of the completed glider, we are all filled with deep emotion. Yeah, it is. We saw it in the first episode. It's huge.
でも綺麗
Until now, we didn't really know what it would be like to see the full view of our very own aircraft. Compared to the regular planes that we are all familiar with, it looks kind of odd. In particular, the unusual long wings that we had completed the day before look really unbalanced compared to the slightly stubby looking fuselage. But I wonder, looking at each part and knowing that in order to fly, there's a reason for all of it. It feels like something incredibly beautiful. It is beautiful. We're gonna
チェ
fly.
ックを始めるぞ
Amani, holding the printed out checklist in one hand, gives out instructions to everyone.
工具は揃っているか全部あります
Before we fly, we have to make sure that we have all the tools required for assembly. If there's anything missing, it's possible that it's still attached to the aircraft. In such an event, it could cause a huge accident. Oh my goodness.
車輪の空気
There's enough in them.
ピトー管詰まってないか大丈夫よそれから
There is a wide range of different things to check. We check for wear and tear in the aircraft and even check to see if any bugs have made nests anywhere. At a glance, some of it might seem silly, but when we consider that we'll be flying through the air in this thing, we can't really say that. I know, right? For example, if a bug jams one of the instruments, it could possibly have a negative effect on the pilot and may cause an accident. That's why we must check these things before we leave the flight. Oh my goodness. By assembling the glider and doing all the checks for ourselves, we are able to gain a deeper understanding of the glider. Wait, can you not? Monty said that she had made some revisions to a checklist made by one of the old members.
じゃあ次はポジティブコントロールチェックだ
As she says that, Amani gets into the cockpit.
右エルム
The rest of us standing outside go to the part that she calls out, in this case the right aileron, and hold onto it, making it hard enough to move, or making it hard to move. Amani moves the yoke to operate the aileron. At this time, if the yoke can be moved with no resistance whatsoever, it's possible that the couplings between the yoke and the aileron have been cut. If this were a car, it would be like moving the steering wheel and then the wheel is not turning. Needless to say, that would be extremely dangerous. Yep. These checks are also carried out on the rudder and elevator.
オールオッケーですじゃあ今度は葵くんが後部座席に乗ってくれ
Let's do this. I'm ready. Mona gets out and I sit in the back seat. Then we repeat the same checks.
フラップタイムブレーキもバッチリよ
Now that the assembly checks have all been completed, I get out of the cockpit. Everyone lines up for the briefing.
あー今日は風も穏やかでテストフライトにはちょうどいい日だな
I find this sort of funny. I just don't know why though. The music is just so. Amane, who would normally be explaining the precautions at this point, speaks with a gloomy look on her face that contradicts the things she is saying.
だから怖がる必要はないぞきっとうまくいくからな
Oh my gosh, I'm laughing in the inside.
怖がってるのあまねちゃんでしょ
Tori speaks quite tactlessly and Amane freezes up. Then, shake, 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 shake. She starts trembling.
風がないとグライダーは飛ばないそういう意味じゃ今日はフライト日和とは言えないな
Oh my gosh. Hey, what are you talking about?
ちょっと小鳥どうすんのよ
Yeah, what did you do that for?
いやどうって言われても
Yeah, but look what happened.
よーし今日は中止にしよう組み立ての練習ができたんだからもういいよな
Oh, hell no.
ほら何言ってんのここまで来たら普通飛ぶでしょうが
I know, I didn't make this recording session just to not fly the dang glider.
君たちはまだ初心者だから知らないだろうがグライダーのフライトには本来もっと荒れた日の方が
How did she fly this glider before us?
あまねちゃんがビビってるだけでしょだって そういう時は手のひらに一手字をたくさん書いて飲み込めばいいのよ。
Oh, I know that thing. I've seen it in anime before.
やだ、そんな迷信信じないで。
She sounds like a kid when she said that.
大丈夫ですって。風が穏やかな方が安定して飛べるだろうし。
This is just too funny, and this is supposed to be a really serious episode. I think so too.
やだ、怖い。
Oh, she said she's scared.
しょうがないわね。アゲハ、葵くん。
Huh? Wait, what? Oh, what? At Katori's signal, Aga and I hold Amani firmly from each side.
うわ、何をする。すみません、天音先輩。
Oh my gosh, what the frick are you doing? It's for your own good.
やめろ、離せ。
While we hold on to Amani as she struggles against us, Katori writes a Chinese character for person on the palm of her hand a ridiculous number of times.
人人人人人人人人。こんだけ書けば十分でしょ。
Oh my goodness, what? Then Katori takes the run up. Hey, there's no need to take a run up.
やだ、やめろ。
Oh my gosh, I almost go down anymore.
ノーラー。
Smack. Rather than making her eat the person characters, Katori slaps her right in the face. Oh my goodness! This is just like the kind of thing that happens in pro wrestling, where three bad guys team up to hurt one of the good guys.
これでどう？少しは怖くなくなったでしょ？
We just hit her!
腹が。
Oh my gosh. Having had some fighting spirit slapped into her, Amane holds her nose.
ちょっと聞きすぎたかしら。
It works a little too well. Why did you slap her in the face like that?
天音先輩の鼻が縮んでミシンが台無しになったらどうすんの？
That's sort of true. This is totally crazy. Amane, are you alright?
平気だ。
I don't think she's alright, guys.
ありがとう、みんな。少しだけ勇気が出たよ。
A little? Giving a little smile, Amane walks towards the winch.
よし、成功ね。
Yes.
うわだ。
What do you mean? Wait, are we hitting her?
先輩は私のアイドルなんだからね。
Wait, did we just both double team on Katori?
うたた。何を二人して。
Katori chased after us as we went off ahead. We just double smacked Katori. Oh my gosh, this is turning out to be a funny ass episode. On one side of the runway is a huge thing that looks like a household generator. I'm talking about this thing. This is the winch. A glider which has no thrust of its own cannot fly into the air by itself. There are a few different ways for it to take off. A method using a towing plane is often used, where a regular plane is used to tow the glider to the air where it is released. This can be done if you can get it to a certain altitude to begin with. However, if you don't have an airplane, which is expensive, you have to use another method. That's where the winch comes in. To explain it simply, it's a machine which reels in a rope using a giant motor. The glider is connected to the end of the rope, which is then lifted to a great height to make it take off, just like kites that are flown on New Year. The difference is that the glider is huge and quite heavy. Naturally, the winch has to be huge too.
最初はフルパワーで、機体が地面から約30度に達したら徐々にパワーを緩めていって。
Ah, she's okay now. Amane is teaching Katori how to use the winch. She already explained this a few days ago, and we tried operating it before, so now it's just a recap. Our roles for today are that Amane and I are the pilots, Katori operates the winch, and Aga helps with takeoff and landing as well as ground control. Sounds pretty legit. By the way, the winch isn't as expensive as a plane, but it still appears to be quite pricey. It was used by a previous member of the Soaring Club, maintained since, and now will not be put into actual use, so it's been in service for many years. To be honest, the equivalent here goes way beyond the scope of high school club activities. It kind of does.
オッケー、わかったわ。それじゃ離陸準備に入ろう。
Yosh! We walk back from the witch towards the aircraft. It's about a kilometer away, so it takes a while. Mona gets into the front seat, with me following her and getting to the back seat.
シートベルトしっかり締めてね。
As Aga tells me to do this, I check the seatbelt several times.
ペダルに足は届いているか？動かしにくい部分はないか？
It's okay. It's time to fly, guys. Let's do this. The canopy, the transparent lid that covers the cockpit, is closed.
キャノピーがロックされているか確認してくれ。
Okay. I checked the lock. If it's not properly locked, it may open during the flight, which is really dangerous. Yep. Monty performs the final check on the flight controls. Outside the canopy, Aga checks the rope extending from the winch that is connected to the glider. Oh my gosh, her face. Monty operates the release lever, and the hook holding the rope is immediately released. If this isn't released, it's possible that a big accident could occur, so it must be checked before landing. So many accidents. I gotta give a signal from outside and connects the tow rope once again. Let's just do that real quick. Okay, never mind. We suddenly feel a lot more nervous. Now the aircraft will fly through the air. It still doesn't feel real. For a start, could an aircraft that we made ourselves really fly? There's no engine, and it can't even flap its wings like a bird, so will it really be alright? I've had the theory explained to me many times, but you don't get a feeling for what it's really like from a theory alone. If you want that, the only way is to fly. Extend the little wings, fly in the sky high. Finally, we can fly. Finally. I'm on it.
大丈夫。怖くない。怖くない。みんなが作ってくれた翼は私のなんかよりずっと優れている。だから大丈夫。
Yes.
さっき小鳥が恐怖心を追い払ってくれたし。でもいざとなったら頼んだぞ、葵くん。
Leave it to me, Amane. This is why I trained in the simulator until I got sick of it. In my head, I go over the steps for takeoff. The most dangerous part of the flight is the landing. However, the takeoff is also dangerous and accidents can easily occur. This time, I can rely on Mane, but I need to learn a lot to understand even a little about how it's done. Huh? I gotta attach the canopy from the outside. Yes, we are. Mon and I reply, ready, and Aga walks around to the side of the aircraft and lifts up the left wing that was in contact with the ground. The aircraft becomes level. The wings of a glider are really long and it can't stand on its wheels like a normal plane, so it's placed with one of the wings touching the ground. That's why, when launching it, someone has to run along holding the wing up until it gains lift. Aga, who is holding up the wing, gives the signal that launch preparations are complete to Kotori, who is waiting far away.
行くぞ、葵くん。
Oh! As Amane speaks quietly to me. Whoosh. Oh! The aircraft slowly lifts up. Pulled by the winch, the glider quickly accelerates. The wheels bounce along the unpaved runway. Aga runs along while holding up the left wing. I look at her from the side and our eyes meet.
行ってこい。
Whoosh. A few seconds later, after the aircraft started moving along the runway, it felt like it was floating upwards. That was after only moving a few meters. Then it starts to float slightly while accelerating.
上昇するぞ。
Monty pulled back on the yoke. The airlift tilts upwards. I don't know what the angle was, but I felt like it was a really steep angle. Yes! Don't ruin this, please. Oh. Oh. Ooh. My whole body was shaking from the G-force.